Heading up past the Brendoin Hills, I had a real sense of anticipation as I approached this year's 2013 Tall Ships and Classics Regatta, which is held annually in the first weekend of January. It has to be one of my favourite events of the New Zealand sailing calendar, and it was started back in the 1970s, in fact 1976, by Bill Sellers, and is now ably run by the inimitable Christine Hall, who in fact I chatted to while she was taking the details for the briefing.
How many years have gone past, how many decades? Everything's in decade blocks now.
So what's this? Come on, how many?
How many for me?
Yeah.
About 1991, 92 I started. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a reasonable number, 20,
Yeah, 20 and
21?
Yeah. About 2 years before the Classic started, because I introduced the Classic to boot,
right.
You know, because before the old tall ships were going down, you know, weren't so many ketches around, and the fleet was getting smaller, so we said, right, add the Classics.
Well.
It took a couple of years of bending arms.
How many you got today?
Well, Classics is looking like there's about 50.
Right.
We've got about another 10 out on the water that don't come in here.
Right.
And then over there, there's another 25 or 30.
Awesome.
So it's looking good.
That
The
is
usual
awesome.
75. I always tell people 70 to 75.
The usual two-tiered start. The Classics go first at noon, and at 10 past exactly the tall ships will go.
This year's event shaped up to being one of the best I can remember, with the weather that was superb. In the 9 years that I've been attending, the southerly breeze held on nearly all day, allowing even the heaviest competitors, such as the Bristol Channel pilot cutter Iris, to pick up her skirts and fly. Everything about it works well, with the Bay of Islands as its backdrop and the Russell Bowling Club acting as the venue. The combination of eccentric charm and competitive sailing is woven into a heady mix that can be only savoured by being there. Entry to the event does have its rules, but as always they are loose, and even the super yacht Silvertip, well, it just had to get involved, and why wouldn't you? The Breeze and Tucker Thompson headed up the square riggers onslaught, and as always they add an element of old school charm, effortlessly easing along in the downwind stages. There were battles between old rivals, not least of which was between Grey Dixon's Ponsonby Scow and the Black Panther, who was recently purchased by Crew.org's owner David Howie. The day always ends with a classic New Zealand hungy, where the fire, once prepared in the morning, is put to good use cooking all the fresh, and in the case of the mussels, very fresh food. With an expectant crowd and the trophies ready, it was Banksy that took out the Classic Invitation Trophy, and in the Tall Ships category, Charlotte Rose. Nicely done, Murray. I'll leave you with a few highlights from the year's event. I'm looking forward to next year.